Hello everyone, I'm Lisa Jennings, JEA Program Manager for Project Outreach. Thank you for being here today to discuss an important initiative, the City of Jacksonville and JEA's Septic Tank Phase-Out Program proposed specifically for your neighborhood. We appreciate your presence as we aim to share vital information about this program, clarify necessary paperwork for participation, and address any questions you may have. This program brings about a transformative change. It encompasses the installation of new JEA sewer lines and, in some circumstances, water lines, connecting your homes and businesses to these newly installed systems, all at no cost to you, the property owner. The process is designed with your convenience in mind. We begin by installing the main sewer line within the right-of-way. Once everything is prepared, we return to connect individual properties to the new sewer system. We then abandon the septic tanks by pumping out the tank, filling it with clean sand, and abandoning all connections, rendering your existing septic tank obsolete. For properties with no existing structures, you're not excluded. We've planned for water and/or sewer services in the right-of-way available for future connection at your expense should you decide to build in the future. After the transition, the JEA account holder will be responsible for paying the standard JEA sewer or water bill, similar to paying your electricity bill. There won't be any additional costs related to connection or property owner obligations. Plus, the work on private property comes with a 1-year warranty from the day of connection. We can't do this without you. To proceed, city ordinance necessitates that 70% of property owners within the proposed project area agree to connect. This entails signing, completing, and returning the required program documents. Your fully signed and executed documents count as 70% owner participation goal. Remember, each parcel has a vote. If you own multiple properties, you have multiple votes. Once we achieve the 70% participation, JEA will initiate the design, engineering, and construction phases. These records will be documented on your property deed, and the signed documentation carries over even if the property changes hands. We understand this process may take several months, or in some cases, even years. If you encounter septic tank issues, it's advisable to address repairs or replacements, considering that connections might still be a few years away. We thank you for your commitment to this community and for joining us today to learn about the Jacksonville and JEA Septic Tank Phase-Out Program. Your participation and support are the keys to a cleaner and healthier future. Feel free to reach out with any questions or concerns. Together, we'll create a brighter tomorrow for our community.
Hello everyone, I'm Leslie Nelson, Coordinator for JEA Project Outreach. Let's dive into the paperwork section of our meeting for JEA and the City of Jacksonville's Septic Tank Phase-Out Program. This checklist is your roadmap to ensure nothing important is overlooked. Please feel free to ask any questions at the end. Property owners must complete a temporary construction easement or TCE agreement to grant the City of Jacksonville and JEA and our subcontractors access to complete construction work on private property. The property owner must also complete an acknowledgement of commencement of JEA water and wastewater service and checklist documents. Both JEA water and sewer services must be connected at the same time during the project. If not already connected to the JEA water system, property owners will be provided access to their private wells through the installation of a spigot at or near the location of the well. You do have the option to keep your well for outdoor use. If the property owner chooses to keep their well, A backflow prevention device will be installed on the potable water service line connected to the JEA water system at no cost to the property owner. The property owner will be responsible for the inspection of the device every 2 years by a private plumber to make sure it's working properly. Property owners have the option to have their well capped or abandoned if or when requested at signing of the project documents. JEA and COJ reserve the right not to abandon the well at any time in the process. If the property owner chooses to abandon their well, the owner will need to complete a State of Florida permit application to abandon the well. All connection fees and associated plumbing costs for the sewer connection and water connection, if applicable, are paid for by COJ and JEA as part of the program. Once connection has been made, the JEA account holder will be billed on their JEA account for sewer service and water, if applicable. The property owner is responsible for notifying their tenant of upcoming sewer and water, if applicable, connection. Please inform your tenants about the program to avoid any unnecessary surprises. If there is no tenant occupying the home or business at the time of connection, sewer and water, if applicable, will be billed to the property owner's JEA account at the time of connection. If the property owner does not have a JEA account at the time of connection, they must contact JEA at 665-6000 to establish an account before the connection can be made. Property owners can instruct tenants to contact JEA to transfer service into their name at a later date. A $10 transfer fee will apply to new JEA account holders. As with the start of any new service, a deposit may be required if the JEA account owner does not meet the criteria to have the deposit waived, or if they do not already have a sufficient deposit amount on hand with JEA. If any JEA account holder has an internal JEA credit rating of 800 or below, the JEA system will automatically review the account to determine if a deposit or deposit increase is required. If a deposit is required, JEA will work with the customer on a payment arrangement if needed. Keeping a good payment history can maintain or raise your internal JEA credit rating, and we'll work with you if a deposit is required. JEA's licensed plumbing contractors will install private sewer lateral and water, if applicable, in accordance with Florida Plumbing Code. The route from the home or the business to the connection point will be determined at the discretion of JEA, COJ, and/or its contractors. In some cases, a low-pressure system is required to transport sewage from the home or business to the JEA sewer system. Following the 1-year plumbing warranty, the property owner will assume responsibility for all costs associated with power to the pump, future maintenance, and repairs to the low-pressure system, including the pump. The owner is responsible for ensuring that the home or business is structurally capable of receiving service from JEA. All floors and plumbing must be in good condition prior to connecting the home or business to the JEA sewer system and water system, if applicable. Note that failure to ensure your structure is capable of receiving connection can result in removal from the program. Owner is responsible for removing any structures, obstructions, including concrete patios, decks, sheds, landscaping, vegetation, vehicle, trash, etc., that may impede the installation of the water and/or sewer line, septic tank, and well abandonment. So please make sure that we have a clear path for the connection to proceed. Note that failure to ensure conditions do not impede connection can result in removal from the program. The property owner should contact JEA Project Outreach immediately if the property is sold or changes hands so that the current project information can be shared with the new property owners. So while the documents you're signing today are transferable, It's important that we have the new owner's information to keep them informed about the progress of this project. Restoration of the project area that was disturbed during construction activities will be performed once all construction activities have been completed. And please keep our information handy for any issues that you have during the project. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We're here to assist you every step of the way. Together, we're making your neighborhood cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our project outreach team at 904-665-7500 or projectoutreach@jea.com.
Now that we've covered each item on our checklist, let's move forward with signing the paperwork. Please take a moment to print your name, sign, write your property address, and date the form at the bottom. We are here to answer any questions you might have as we proceed with the temporary construction easement. This document grants temporary permission to the City of Jacksonville, JEA, and our contractors to work on your property. It's required before connecting your home or business to the new sewer or water system and abandoning your existing septic tank.
As shown on the form, please sign your name above the property owner's name and ensure your name is printed correctly on the form. Now, we need 2 witnesses to sign the form, and the notary may also sign as one of the witnesses, requiring their signature in the notary block and the witness block. Witness number 1, print your name here and sign. Witness number 2, print your name here and sign. Next, we move on to the notarization of the document. The notary will print their name and sign on their respective lines. The notary will place their notary seal or stamp in the designated portion of the document.
In a few weeks, you can visit the Clerk of Court website at duvalclerk.com under Court Records. If you'd like to access a copy of the completed document, you can print your recorded document from this website. Once all signature blocks are completed and turned in, you're all set. If you have any additional questions or need further assistance, please don't hesitate to let us know. We're here to make this process as seamless as possible.
Thank you for taking this important step towards a cleaner and healthier community. We encourage you to get your neighbors involved in this important septic tank phase-out project, as we need to reach 70% participation to move forward. Once we do reach the 70% goal, the next steps will include the design, project bid, and of course, construction.
Rest assured, we'll keep you informed every step of the way. We'll notify you once we reach that crucial 70% mark and hold another town meeting before construction begins. Throughout this process, our team will be here with you, ready to answer your questions and address any concerns you may have. Together, we're making a positive change for our environment and our community. Thank you for your commitment, and let's move forward towards a greener future together.